a punitive system. I think that, if somebody comes and, punches you in the face, there's a really good reason to, make that person really uncomfortable about that. And so I would say that to the question of, the huge manhunt for the cop killer as opposed to the, hey, we'll issue a bench warrant for the child molester is, yeah, I do think that's a thing that, probably upsets a lot of people who have issues with the police, but I also think that it's being done in response to a public demand. There is a serious, it's not entirely created by government that people have this outrage towards cop killers over somebody who kills a regular person. There's a public demand to say, hey, he killed one of New York's finest, so go and get him, or Pennsylvania's finest, or whatever. It's unfortunately, I think that they are responding to a public demand, and that's why they're doing it. And the other thing that you have, talking about perverse incentives, I mean, whenever you're talking about the state, the pleasure of money is in the spending of it, right? Not the earning of it. So when you talk about a police department, sending thousands of people into the woods to go look for somebody, these guys are all getting paid to do that. And then, like I said, the pleasure of money is in the spending. So for them, it's almost like the expenditure is an earning, right? So they have the incentive to just go waste tons of amounts of money. And if the public gives them an incentive to do that through public demand by calling a cop killer the worst of all criminals, when in all reality, he took out a bad guy, then that's going to continue to happen.
Just as very quick follow-up on the gentleman's, Joel, I believe, on your de-escalation theme. Yep. Basically, it's a comment more. Just I'm wondering out loud if some of these, not even the bureaucrats, but if the cop lovers, has ever occurred to them that just once if they treated a cop slaying like they would treat the slaying of one of us, where it was just maybe a couple, a few personnel, if it ever occurred to them, and they asked for the same penalty, if that would like ease some of this anger with like the Las Vegas shooters, the person was at New Brunswick, and in this case, if that would ever perhaps reduce that, and
a little bit.
It's like it goes over their head. That might
yes, a little bit, but I mean, as Chris pointed out, there's a popular demand because the people far and wide still believe the system to be legitimate in some way, and cops to be protectors in some way. And so, if you're
Ferguson, there was a huge public demand, and nothing happened.
There we go. Yeah, I mean, it's systemic in part, and part of the reason it got so entrenched is because there was a lot of years of just, he killed a cop, he's a really bad guy, and then we got to throw the book at him. And then even though attitudes might be different now, there's still the precedent is still there of, we go after cop killers really bad.
Cool. Well, thanks. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for Chris for jumping in at the last minute. And
thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Enjoy the rest of convention.
Peace.
We'd like to invite you to visit freekeen.com. Freekeen.com features audio, video, and blogs chronicling the transition to a voluntary society. Freekeen.com also has comments and discussion forums so you can be heard. Freekeen.com.
I should be in Keene, New Hampshire with the Free Staters.